Max Verstappen will start his quest for a fourth successive F1 World title from pole position in Saturday's season opening Bahrain Grand Prix after seeing off a fierce challenge from Ferrari rival Charles Leclerc in qualifying. George Russell took a promising third from Mercedes with a tenth of Leclerc in a much-changed challenger, although Lewis Hamilton will only take ninth after a poor setup. Verstappen, whose team boss Christian Horner oversaw the session in usual in the Red Bull pit wall and gave his driver a message of congratulations on the radio after the Dutchman claimed pole. To edge out Leclerc by nearly a quarter of a second. Leclerc actually lapped marginally quicker than Verstappen's pole time in the preceding Q2 session, but that was 2 tenths slower in a decisive session. Up until then, it looked as though Ferrari had a real chance of denying Verstappen and Red Bull last year's runaway world champion the prized possession of the top spot on the grid, with Leclerc and Carlos Sainz topping Q1 and 2. Sainz ended up 4th ahead of the second Red Bull Perez, who was 0.358 slower than Verstappen, although within half a second of Verstappen's pole time. Away from Leclerc, closely packed top 10 meant Norris was only 7th in the lead. McLaren and Aston's Fernando Alonso pipping the Britons to 6th. A rueful Norris, who driven strongly and qualifying up to the close stage and missed a pair of mistakes and just said he shouldn't do what he should have done. Despite fears of being catastrophic, Nico Hülkenberg produced a great performance to get into Q3 intense in Kaio Komatsu's first race, but Alpine had a disastrous qualifying. The Renault team finished 6th in last year's standing, a long way behind the leading teams and comfortably clear of the rest of the field, but they seem to have dropped back to that bottom group. But for now at least, the challenge has sent the Ensign team the wrong way, lining up last on the grid. They're confident they have lots of potential to unlock for a new package, but warned it could take several races to do so. But in truth, few would have predicted anything other than Verstappen topping this. The expectation would be Red Bull will remain the team to beat through testing, and that's kind of proved to be the way with innovative Adrian Newey's design for this season. Yet once into the race weekend and up the start of Q3 at least, it had not appeared an absolute certainty that Verstappen would head the season's first grid. Mercedes unexpectedly set the pace on Thursday and Friday. Red Bull expected closest pursuers were then keen through qualifying's first 2 knockout segments. To really get everything out of it in Q3 would have been a little bit more difficult, but I'm very happy to be on pole, said Verstappen, with his 33rd career pole moves him up to 5th in the all-time list. It was a bit unexpected, but luckily in a qualifying car, and I felt a bit happier with the whole car. Yet there appeared a strong chance that Leclerc could pip it through him, but the Monegasque feel they lost momentum by starting Q3 on a used set of tyres. Having a scrub set also at the beginning of Q3 I think put us a little bit on the back foot, said Leclerc, and you read how much front wing flap you need to put out for that last turn. I think I lost a bit of rhythm. It's not really about it, but I think something we'll discuss with the team. He said, compounding the frustration, Leclerc was the fact like last year's Red Bull's margin of superiority over the field is expected to grow over the race. Verstappen was clearly the quickest driver in Thursday's evening's long runs on high fuel, and ahead of the Sunday's 67 lap race added. We're expecting Red Bull to have a higher margin. So yeah, there's obviously a bit of a question mark over tomorrow, and I'm pretty sure they'll have a bigger margin, but let's wait and see. Although they could not quite deliver a repeat of their timesheet topping from Thursday practice, once everyone was on absolute low fuel, Mercedes ended qualifying more optimistic than they have in recent seasons. Back then, team boss Toto Wolff had taken their 7/10 deficit to pole as final competition that they needed to get rid of their current method. 12 months on and having junior made changes, Mercedes were closer to the ultimate pace, with Russell's place starting their best results since Bahrain 2021, the final year of the previous relegation era they dominated. Ultimately, Max is still out in front, and we have a lot of catching up to do, said Russell. When you look at our qualifying performances in the last 2 races, starting P3 is great in Bahrain. There's been a huge amount of work and obviously a huge amount of compromise. But yeah, we're pleased with where we are. I think it'll be a close fight between everyone except for Mass. Hamilton finished nearly a quarter second behind his teammate and said he struggled, but the 7-time champion offered the caveat that he'd gone a different way in terms of setup with Russell. So yeah, he kind of hopes it will pay off more tomorrow in the race. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see if that comes to pass. And before I go, let me run you through the grid for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Verstappen coming out on top. I think no great surprise, but in the end, big lap to take it off Leclerc, who will be disappointed because his Q2 time would have been good enough for pole. But yeah, in the end, not quite working out for him. Russell in third. Good job from him compared to where Hamilton is. And yeah, he'll be really looking to take that advantage home. Sainz in fourth will probably be disappointing again ahead of Russell. but I think that's not a bad effort. For Perez, yeah, that's disappointing qualifying. He can't really be qualifying in that position if he wants to really be at the top. So yeah, I think he'll be frustrated with that. Alonso did a great job to get that car into 6th. I think that's definitely a car that should have been behind the McLarens and the second Mercedes. So yeah, I think they'll all be disappointed with that, especially Hamilton. But interesting to see how good his setup is for tomorrow. Hulkenberg, for me, my star of qualifying, getting to Q3 in that Haas, yeah, that's a great effort. And it'll be interesting to see if they have the race pace to match that as well. For Tsunoda, I think good job from him. Really disappointed not to get ahead of Hulkenberg, but except for that, not bad. Stroll will be disappointed. Yeah, he's got to be qualifying in the top 10. And then you've got Albon and Ricciardo. I think Albon did a decent job. Ricciardo will be disappointed to see so far of his teammate, as will Magnussen. And yeah, the state's kind of just seeming where they are at the moment, which is pretty mid-level. Sargent, yeah, disappointed to be so far off Albon. And yeah, the Alpines, yeah, that really is a shocker. I thought they would struggle, but maybe not struggle as bad as the last row lockout. That really is a shocking effort. And yeah, I think Team Endzone is definitely in crisis at the moment. But anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share and subscribe. Follow us on our socials. Link in the description below for daily F1 news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now. That would be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.